Okay, ain't no place like low place, and I'm live for the second time today. Let me check my audio and we'll get right into it. Okay, ain't no place like low. All right, look now. We here, we on it. I gotta say, man, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with the reports of Errol Spence, Mikey Garcia, supposed to trend to a little under 400,000 for the overall pay-per-view buys. For the first Fox pay-per-view for the PBC after they new deal, network TV pay-per-view somehow. You know what I mean? That's kind of new to me, but hey, it did good for them. A black fighter, African American fighter, and a brown fighter, which is a Mexican American fighter. Both bring their own fan base. Errol Spence did a Dallas Cowboy practice facility with 15,000 people there. All right, he's doing good numbers. One thing I will say is normally when you win the fight, people just attached all of the numbers to you. So if Errol Spence can say, I made 30 million in a fight, I grossed 30 million for my network, 10 for myself, and blah, 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 whatever. Since he won that fight, that normally transfers right to him. He could say, I did 400,000 buys. I did nearly 50,000 people in the stadium. Whereas Mikey Garcia won't get that much love because he took the L, but just telling the truth on how that normally looks. You know what I mean? When they talk about Pacquiao Mayweather, is sort of not the same because Pacquiao and Mayweather they did a fucking record. So you got to attach Pacquiao to that. But normally you hear about let's see, one that's close, one recent. I don't know who would it have been. We ain't had too many recent. Wilder Fury. Wilder, even in a draw, damn near lost. Should have been a loss. People saying Wilder did 350,000 pay-per-view buys. Like, what are you talking? But here with Spence, it's kind of going to attach to the person who won the fight. It would be better examples. Floyd and Gotti. That's one I could think of. If Gotti would have won it, they would say, yo, Gotti did nearly 400,000. I think they did 300,000, 400,000, somewhere in there. So he's on par with the Floyd Mayweather pay-per-view age. Joshua was ahead of it. Joshua was, I believe he's 27 right now. And I believe around 25, he had did, 90,000 seats, over 1 million pay-per-views for his country. I believe that was the age. Errol Spence is right on par with Floyd. Where I think Floyd did his first pay-per-view at 28, 29, where Floyd is 28. Errol is 28. So with him showing that dominant performance, showing a lot of skill, we also know he can punch, he can knock people out. We know he can box too. I've been knowing, but you all finally now know it. So yeah, man. Let's get Errol Spence, just a round of applause. I just wanted to cover that real quick. He's very good for the sport of boxing. Al Heyman had a pretty good plan with Errol Spence. Okay, well, Mikey Garcia helped out a lot opening his big ass mouth that he probably wish he wouldn't open now. But the plan is to get him popular, and now these other welterweights that may have a little fear of him, who may look at him and say, you're really not my peer. You're younger than me. You know what I mean? You're fresher than me. I could get credit fighting the guys. That's my peers. You got to wait for the next crop. Now he doesn't have to wait, right? The crop ahead of him now wants to fight him, likely because of numbers like this. And it's a big thing for him, be able to get a Spence fight. Get a Porter fight, get a Pacquiao fight, and a Thurman fight. The names are all throughout PBC, and they're going to want a piece of pay-per-view with Errol Spence. They ought to want a piece of pay-per-view. A man made $8 million. Him and Mikey Garcia together both supposedly have made $8 million each. So you never know. He was bragging about selling his own merchandise in the stadium. No third party, no middleman, no nothing. Just his merchandise, his people slanging it, right? Paying the fees for them to do that, paying them. That's it. Not the venue, not none of that. Paying it himself. You know what I mean? Selling his own merch. So that's money on the back end, maybe getting some of the concession. You never know. So these guys doing pretty good for themselves. So if people keep talking about Top Rank, I'm going to make an offer to Spence. This is publicity stunt. This is Bob Arum saying, well, my welterweight, while people think he is good, they're losing interest because I can't get him good fights. And they're not losing interest in Terrence himself, but in what's ahead of Terrence. If it's not PBC's guys. Okay, if it's not Spence, Thurman, Porter, Pacquiao, Garcia, and another Garcia now, If it's not them, nobody seems to care what Terrence Crawford is doing. All right. You can't mention Terrence Crawford without mentioning them, but you can mention each and every one of them without mentioning Terrence Crawford. That trend is happening. Okay, it's certain people that they don't want to accept that. They don't want to let that go. And they're like, if I say Errol Spence and you don't say Terrence Crawford, you are accepting ducking and you are creating ducking in boxing. I'm just like, nigga, it is thousands of fight. Like the combinations. How many? Okay, if you got, I forgot how to do the math on combinations. I forgot. It's statistics basically, but if you got a combination of 1 Spence, 2 Porter, 3 Thurman, 4 Garcia, 5 Pacquiao, okay, 6 another Garcia, 7 Crawford, okay, so we got 7 names and we got combos of 2. How many possibilities could we get? You know what I'm saying? Or if you take Crawford out, we got 6 names and we got combos of 2. How many possibilities could we get? Right? There you have it. Like, until all those fights are done, you could see Crawford sitting on the outs. That's why he needs to get over there. You know, they doing real numbers. They paying well. They paid $8 million. That's more than Terrence Crawford has ever made in a fight. They paid him $8 million. Why wouldn't you want that? Why wouldn't you want that in 3 belts? If you people really believe, you now have all of the evidence that says this side is better. This side is better. And honestly, without Amir Khan, which is an Al Heyman guy, you wouldn't even be getting a pay-per-view. Terrence Crawford is getting blessed by Al Heyman to be the A side in the pay-per-view by giving him a big B side, a guy he doesn't have any faith in. He said that's speculation. I'm talking facts. We don't know what they would have done in a rematch. Who are you talking about? Oh, they talking about Wilder Fury. My fucking goodness, y'all. This is a new topic. It's a new topic. Errol Spence is now Al Heyman's biggest star by far. And it's one he built from the ground up. So nobody can make that, oh man, Al Heyman's never built a star. He built him from the ground up. He's had him since he's been a pro, basically. That's it. Here we go. You know what I mean? Star potential. Fighting at the start, fighting in front of the guys that were the star on their helmet, aka the Cowboys. The man is selling ticket, the man is selling pay-per-views, the man needs those 2 other titles on his side, and a Pacquiao fight as well. I think a Pacquiao fight would be in order. I would advise Manny to duck it. But after seeing these numbers, Manny's like, hold on. He did 40,000 without me. I just did 40,000 without him. So those could all be different buys. Let's say we put an extra 200,000 on there, right? We trend up in making let's say we get up to 6. And now we trending on up into 40 million, close to 40 million. Sound good, don't it? Sound really good. Sound really good. Especially for Manny who been having a little downtrodden times. Oh yeah, we're going to get that fight. Some people may not want it, but that's the fight it looks like we're pointing to. Look, it's 9 people in the building. Y'all all in the comment section, but none of you hitting the thumbs up button. We just got 1 thumbs up. That is crazy. 11 people in the building. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up when you come in. Subscribe if you already hadn't. Hit the bell icon to get the notifications when we go live. Okay, so I looked up that what's bothering us? Of course, nothing bothered me. Spence did great on the pay-per-views, 28 million gross is what they're anticipating. They said the numbers are pointing towards 400,000, and that's a good deal, man. That's really good. Fox making headways with the ratings, and now they're doing it with pay-per-view buys. So PBC may be here to stay. All right, especially at the welterweight division, where in areas is not a top, they don't have top divisions, things get questionable. But at welterweight, which I told people, they're not going to follow the regular business models that you may see at 26, 22. It's not going to happen. It's just because it's a money division as of late. And those people had their head pissed on by Floyd Mayweather. Spence, Thurman, Porter. Crawford got to go around touching on Manny's name without ever having to fight him. Got his head pissed on a little bit. What I mean is, they wore golden crowns, and piss is yellow, so they got a little piss crown now. You got to make it into gold, right? Real gold. He said Spence is the next pay-per-view star. Hey, throwing 1,000 punches, being 28 years old, wanting everybody in your division, beating and fighting the best, beating and fighting the best. It is very possible. It's very possible. Now I'm looking at the guys at 154 and I'm asking, yo, I would be calling his name. I'd be saying his name over and over again. I want, yeah, of course, I want the champions, but I also want this guy that a lot of people think is the pound for pound number one because they're mentioning that with his name now. I don't agree. I don't think he's pound for pound number one. I think he's maybe top 5. I believe he is top 5. Last time I made my list, I would have to go back to my last one and see if I still agree with it now. But I do think he's top 5. I think I had him in there at 5 when the later Alvarez was in there. Badu Jack lost. Badu Jack actually went backwards after he was fouling Adonis Stevenson and shit. So he was already behind him. Usyk moved up. He might be like number we got Vozic, Kovalev. I wouldn't be surprised if Errol Spence is at 3 or 4 for me right now. He said Canelo is pound for pound. I disagree. Canelo lost to a former 130 pounder, and Canelo had fought the number 1 ranked guy in the division with Austin Trout, so there's no excuse about him being green. He lost to a former 130 pounder, and all Canelo's beat is Triple G cleanly, and Cotto. Well, cleanly he beat Cotto. Some people felt Cotto won the fight. I thought Canelo won it cleanly, but Cotto's no 160 pounder, and he's an old Cotto. Okay, do better. I just gotta say, do better to that. Now with Triple G, the first one, icky, sticky, icky. We don't know. And Triple G's old, bro. He's old, past it, and never beat nobody himself. So I disagree. Usyk went up. Canelo resume is misleading. He said a little. No, it's a lot misleading. That's why people don't understand when we tell them Canelo ain't what they say. They're like, what? But it can't believe it. That shit is very misleading. But yeah, man, I'm a fan of Spence. I'm supportive of him doing more pay-per-views if that's what they want to do. I didn't buy this one. I didn't have it in me. I wasn't part of these 400,000 because I felt like Mikey Garcia had no opportunity to win at all, and he showed it, and I was right. I saved me a good $70. I did the right thing. You know what I mean? For me. Now, Porter, worth it. Definitely worth it. Pacquiao, it might be worth it because, you know, Pacquiao going to come to scrap. You know, I didn't know if I knew Mikey would have came to scrap. I'm like, man, let me go ahead and maybe check out the fight. But I know Pacquiao is going to come to scrap. He's going to fall on his sword if all else, you know, that's what it is. He going out on the field of battle. It is what it is with Manny Pacquiao. That boy's not a joke. But yeah, there's going to be getting a lot of promotion. He's going to be getting, you know, first take time. He's going to be getting that Fox Sports show with what's his name? Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. He's going to be getting that time now. What you used to see Pacquiao and Mayweather get, Spence is going to start getting that. It's good, man. It's very good, right? But the sport of boxing is going to be producing. That's all. Just take our times and let it do its thing. But not at the same time rush it to do its thing. But, you know, we get it month by month. But Sean Porter, if I pick the next fight, if I could pick it, I would do Porter versus Spence, or it would be Spence Porter. It will be a unification at 147. Spence has never got to unify. Porter's never got to attempt to unify. Porter's been in big fights with, you know, Thurman. You could feel like it's a unification, but it wasn't. You know what I mean? So this would be one of the better unifications we've seen in a while with Porter. Porter and Spence. I'm trying to think of another unification that I recently liked. Gassy of Usyk was good, but I figured it'd be one-sided depending on how Usyk fought, and I was 100% right. If he boxed on the back foot and used his movement, he was gonna beat him easy. 100% right. James DeGale, Badu Jack, good one. You know, this one's on par with those. Really, it really is. Yeah, definitely on par. But yeah. I had a good time watching Errol Spence dominate him. I mean, I just didn't feel like it was worth watching to be intrigued by. You know what I mean? When I buy a pay-per-view, I want to feel intrigued, feel like I'm a part of something that I don't really have to know about or something that's going to be fun at least. So I had fun watching it. It just wasn't the kind of fun you buy. You know, Pacquiao, I don't think he may win with Spence, but it's the type of fun that I buy. And Pacquiao is he's just gonna bring more people talking, and then at some point you get humanized. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna buy that fight, but I would pick Porter next, and I definitely buy that. I would pay 100 for that shit. I'm just putting it out there. I pay $100 for that fight. It is what it is. I think it could be beautiful. But congratulations to Errol Spence. Maybe well on his way to being a unified welterweight champion. I don't think he'll ever get a shot at Terrence Crawford's belt unless he makes a stupid move and goes to Top Rank and fights like 2 fights versus nobody's and then one with Terrence Crawford. And if you don't get the knockout, he's probably going to get robbed because he, no rematch clause. What you going to do about it? More than likely. So definitely don't think he should be worried about Terrence or Top Rank. He should worry about what's on his side of the street with these great fighters he got. And whoever don't like it, I can tell you this. I'll watch it. Just send your eyes to my address, okay? Send your eyes to my address, and I'll make sure they close for the whole world. So we can say this man's a man of his word. He's that much fan of Crawford that he couldn't watch Porter and Thurman. We're gonna give you a big old pat on the nothing, motherfucker. Not on the back, not nowhere, not on the head. We're going to give you a pat of nothing. We're going to tell you take your dumb ass the fuck on while we watch enjoyable fights. Congratulations to Spence. Congratulations to PBC. Did very good numbers for a first-time pay-per-view for welterweights and a lightweight. So, yeah, great job. I'm going to get out of here, go cook me some fish, take care of myself for the rest of the day. Did a lot of jump roping, a lot of boxing outside. It's been beautiful. Been beautiful out. But a little bit of rain here and there, but still beautiful weather. And I'm just ready for that time where it's like 80 or 70 in the morning. Then you know, 7 degrees and go out there in the morning, get that jump rope in. You know what I'm saying? Then get that boxing in, same or whatever. But yeah, everything's beautiful. I'm going to get up out of here. Y'all hit the thumbs up button if you already hadn't. Subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. Hit the bell icon. You can share the video to help this channel grow. If you like what you hear, you can share it on your social media with your friends and your boxing and your sports groups on social media as well. Also throughout the World Wide Web in the boxing and the sports forums that you are a part of. Feel free to share the channel link and the link to this video. I appreciate the support. Until next time, ain't no place like low place, and I'm out.